All right, good morning, guys. Bill McMillan here with NDWX.com. A lot to sort through this morning, and we'll kind of go through the details here with you. This morning, we notice a cold front sitting off to our west. That will begin to impact our weather as we move into the afternoon, probably somewhere between anywhere after 2 o'clock. Fair game for the potential of better coverage of scattered thunderstorms across central Indiana. One more hot, humid day in store before much cooler changes await. Today's high will top out in the mid-80s for most central Indiana reporting sites, with scattered thunderstorms in the picture this afternoon into the evening before dissipating. Then we begin to transition to a better overall coverage of light, potentially moderate rain as we progress into Friday afternoon. And the setup at this point will feature that same cold front we just told you about, kind of draped across central Illinois, central Indiana, and an increasingly stiff easterly breeze working in here, along with the rain, some cooler air moving in as well. Certainly going to feel more like fall as we progress through the weekend, despite what at times will feature excessive rainfall rates as well. So this is forecast radar as we continue to put it into motion. Early Saturday morning around 4 or 5 o'clock, showers, some embedded thunderstorms possible across south central portions of the state. You kind of get the day. Saturday features that steady, just light, potentially moderate rain at times. I think as we get into Saturday night and into Sunday evening, that's when better chances of heavier rain in association, more directly related at least, to Gordon's remnant moisture begins to impact central Indiana. So we're continuing to target Saturday evening into Sunday evening for the greatest potential of excessive rainfall and potential flooding during that time frame. However, there are differences between the European model shown here and the GFS model. Regardless, the majority of the moisture pushes to the east, and we get into a much drier pattern as we move into early parts of next week. A very pleasant early fall-like pattern, featuring overnight lows in the upper 50s and highs in the mid-70s. Before we get to that point, you know we're having some significant changes when we're showing you a wind chill temperature forecast here on Saturday afternoon, just for the purpose of kind of driving our point home with the much cooler times ahead. Notice that the high-resolution NAM forecast model puts most of central Indiana in a mid and upper 50 wind chill as we go into Saturday afternoon. Factor in that light rain and that gusty easterly breeze, certainly much different from what it's been over the past few days. So if you haven't gotten that jacket out yet, we recommend doing so. A cool weekend ahead, and one much more like fall. All right, this is the difference that we were talking about between forecast rainfall totals. So the GFS forecast model continues to trend south with the heaviest rainfall. Would feature those 3 to 5 inch totals across the southern third of Indiana. Again, the time frame being still Saturday evening to Sunday evening, where the majority of that would fall. The European, however, much different. It would favor the north central portion of the state and is a bit juicier, with rainfall forecast totals in some cases 7-8 inches possible there. Bottom line is that we're going to have a very unsettled weekend, and we're just going to have to continue to fine-tune exactly where that heaviest axis of potential flooding rainfall sets up. Still really anyone's guess. I can tell you it's easy to kind of see both of these solutions, or how both of these solutions could pan out. With that front, though, kind of draped across central Indiana, along with a blocking high to our north, I do think a blend of the two is the best way to go right now. I think the European is probably a bit too aggressive in terms of how far north it wants to take those excessive rains, and meanwhile the GFS likely is a bit too far south. Unfortunately, I still think central Indiana is in play for the heaviest rainfall totals from this distance. Again, we'll continue to fine-tune things as we go through the day and close out the work week. Guys, make it a great Thursday. Thank you, as always, for logging on to NDWX.com. We'll talk with you soon.